Hi children, welcome to grade 5 English and today we are going to see reading and retelling the story and we are going to read two different stories. I hope you all are really excited and let us get into this session with a prayer. All of you sit straight and close your eyes and let us all pray together. असतो मा सद्गमय तामसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Children, rub your hands together and keep it on your eyes. Open your eyes slowly and gently. Before starting this session, let me give you few tips that you should follow while listening, right? You should always listen attentively and you should nod your head here and there so that the person who is speaking with you will be more interested to share things with you. And you should be always keep on smiling and don't forget be interested in their speech, right? And we are moving on to story, right? We are going to read the story. Name of the story is A Broken Leg. All the kids were getting ready to go outside for races. Miss Riley had talked about playground rules with her class on the first day of school. No jumping off the swings, said Miss Riley. You could get hurt. What other rules did we talk about? Miss Riley asked the class. No pushing or shoving, said Tyler. That's correct. After reviewing the playground rules, the class headed outside. It was a beautiful sunny day and only the third day of school. The girls went off into a circle and started playing duck duck goose. Some of the boys were playing a tag. Robbie and Jeff decided that wanted to go on the swings. Watch me jump off, said Robbie. Don't jump, said Jeff. Remember what Miss Riley said. She's not looking, said Robbie. She won't know. Just then, Robbie jumped and landed on his leg and let out a huge cry. Help, he yelled. I can't move my leg. All the kids started to run toward Robbie as well as Miss Riley. What happened? Asked Miss Riley. Robbie jumped from the swing and I told him not to, said Jeff. Robbie's eyes filled with tears. He was in a lot of pain. It looks to me you have a broken leg, said Miss Riley. Robbie, why did you jump from the swing after we talked about this in the class? Robbie did not answer. She told Jeff to go inside and get the school nurse. What happened, children? Once all the kids they were getting ready to go outside for recess. Recess, that is break. Miss Riley talked about the playground rules with her class on the first day of the school. No jumping off the swings, otherwise you could get hurt. And what are the other rules did we talk about? Miss Riley asked the class. Yeah, no pushing or shoving. While you are playing on the ground, you should not push others, said Tyler. That's correct. After receiving the playground rules, the class headed outside. It was a very beautiful sunny day and only the third day of school. The girls went off and they made a circle and started playing duck duck goose and some boys they were playing tag. Robbie and Jeff, they decided to go and play on the swings. And Robbie said, "Watch me, I am going to jump off from the swing. Don't jump." Miss Riley already told that we should not jump. Please remember that. Jeff said, "No, she is not looking. She is doing some other work. She won't know even if I jump," said Robbie. Just then, Robbie jumped and landed on his legs and let out a very huge cry. He was shouting, "Please help me, I can't move my leg." And all the kids, they were running towards him, and also Miss Riley. She asked what happened. "Robbie jumped off from the swing, even I said him not to," said Jeff. Robbie's eyes filled with tears. He was in a lot of pain. And Miss Riley asked him, "Why you did this? I have already told you that you should not jump from the swing. And now look at you, you have a broken leg." And Robbie did not answer. She told Jeff to go inside and get the school nurse. And Miss Tanner came out and said she called the ambulance to come get Robbie. After they took Robbie to the hospital, it was time for the class to go back inside. Miss Riley had another talk with the class about following directions and the rules for the playground. "What have you learned from what happened today to Robbie?" asked Riley. Lucy raised her hand and said, "We need to listen to the rules and follow them so we don't get hurt." "Very good," said Miss Riley. "If Robbie would have listened to my directions and not jumped off the swing, he would not have broken his leg. I hope you have all learned something from this. You can play outside and have fun without getting hurt. Now, let's make some cards for Robbie to cheer him up," said Miss Riley. "I'll take them to him after school and see how he is doing." And who came there? Miss Tanner, that is, the school nurse, came and said, "I called the ambulance to come get Robbie." And after some time, the ambulance came and they took Robbie to the hospital. And it was time for the class to go back inside. Miss Riley had another talk with the class about following directions and rules for the playground. She asked everyone, "What have you learned from what happened today to Robbie?" And Lucy raised her hand and said, "We have to listen to the rules and we have to follow them while we are playing on the ground so that we won't get hurt." And Miss Riley said, "Yeah, very good. It's correct. If Robbie would have listened to my directions, what would have not happened? He would not jumped off from the swing and he would not have broken his leg." I hope you all have learned something today, that you can play outside and have fun but without getting hurt. And let's make some cards for Robbie. She told everyone to make some cards for Robbie to give him, that is to cheer him up. Yes. And she also said, "I will take them to him after school and see how he is doing, whether he is doing just fine in the hospital." Okay, children. From this, what you have learned? We should always obey and respect the words of teachers, or it may be any elders, right? So that we will be very safe and we will not get hurt. Right, children? And while we are going to ground or while we are going to some places, there are rules and directions you should follow to keep you safe. That things you should surely follow. Right? Yeah. And tell about the story. Now you have heard this story from me, right? And you have to tell about this story in a more clear way. First, you should write the title of the story. It may be your own title. Okay, children? Yeah. And this activities we have to do about the story we have read now. Right? Okay. You have to write the title of the story. It may be your own title. And who are the main characters of the story that you should write? And where does the story takes place. Okay, children? Who are the main characters and where does the story take place? And what is the problem in the story and how was it get solved? Yeah, children, are you clear? From the story we have read, you have to complete all these questions. And now we are moving on to our next part, retelling the story. And here we are going to see another one story. Come, let's go. A new telescope, right? I hope you all know about telescope, right? It helps us to see the space, planets, stars. Yes? Yeah. And come, let's get into our story. It was coming up on Marty's birthday. He would turn 10 in just 3 days. His mom had asked him what he wanted as a gift this year. Marty thought for the past few weeks about what he could like. He thought maybe a new bicycle, or maybe a new camera, or new basketball, or a telescope. He told his mom his choices and asked that he be surprised. Any of those gifts would be great, he said. Secretly, he hoped for the telescope. Marty loved space, stars, and learning about the planets. Marty's mom and dad talked about the list of gifts one night after Marty went to sleep. Dad said, I think Marty will just get tired of the basketball and he doesn't take many pictures, Mom said. We just bought him a new bicycle last Christmas. However, it was getting a little small for Marty since he was growing so fast. I think we should get Marty the telescope, said Dad. He is so interested in space and the planets. He would like that the best. Sounds good, said Mom. Dad told her he would stop by the store the next day after work and pick out a telescope for Marty. Okay, it was coming up on Marty's birthday and he would turn 10 in just 3 days. His mom asked him to tell what he wanted as a gift this year on his birthday. And Marty thought for the past few weeks and he told his mother that a new bicycle or maybe a new camera or new basketball or a telescope. He told his mom his choices and asked that he be surprised. Okay, whatever gifts in this four, he would be really very happy, he said. Secretly, he hoped for the telescope because Marty loved space, stars, and learning about the planets. Marty's mom and dad, they were discussing about the list of gifts, he said, after Marty went to sleep. Dad said, I think Marty will just get tired of playing basketball and even he doesn't take many pictures, Mom said. We just bought him a new bicycle last Christmas. Even though it got a little small for Marty, it's okay. I think we should get Marty the telescope, Dad said. He is so interested in space and the planets. He would like that the best. And it sounds good, said Mom. Dad told her, okay, and let me stop by the store the next day after work and I will pick out a telescope for Marty. Marty's dad had the telescope in the trunk of his car. He waited until Marty was asleep and brought it into the house. Wow, said Marty's mom after Dad put it together. This is wonderful. Now where are we going to hide it until Sunday? How about in the attic? Marty wouldn't find it there. Sunday morning came and Marty was so excited about his birthday. He ran down the stairs into the kitchen. His gift was usually near his chair at the table, but this year he didn't see anything. Happy birthday, yelled Mom and Dad from the next room. They came into the kitchen and saw Marty was looking around for a gift. I bet you think we forgot to get you a gift, said Mom. Marty looked confused. Well, you usually put my gift in the kitchen, Marty said. Dad told Marty to follow him outside to the side of the house. This is fantastic, yelled Marty. I was hoping to myself that you would get the telescope. I don't take many pictures and I probably wouldn't use the basketball much, and my bike is okay for now. But I will use the telescope. Thank you so much. You are welcome, said mom and dad. That night, Marty saw many beautiful stars and even the planet Mars. Marty loved his new telescope. Okay, Marty's dad got the telescope and it was in the trunk of his car. He waited until Marty fell asleep and brought it inside the house. His mom, he was really surprised. She was really surprised after seeing that telescope. Wow, said Marty's mom. And this is wonderful. And where we are going to hide it until Sunday? How about in the attic? Attic means it is the place where we will keep all the things above our room, right? Yeah. And Marty won't find it there. Sunday morning came. Marty was so excited about his birthday. He ran down the stairs into the kitchen. Usually, his gift will be kept on his chair at the table. But this year, he didn't see anything. But he just heard happy birthday from his mom and dad from the next room. They came into the kitchen and they saw Marty looking around for his gift. I bet you think we forget to get you a birthday gift, said mom. Marty looked very confused. Well, you usually put my gift in the kitchen, but it was not there, Marty said. Dad told, okay, you come, follow me. You come outside to the side of the house. And after Marty saw that telescope, he was very much surprised. This is fantastic, yelled Marty. I was hoping to myself that you would get the telescope because I don't take many pictures and I wouldn't use the basketball much, and my bike is okay for now, but I actually needed the telescope, he said. I will use this telescope. Thank you so much. He was very happy and his mom and dad said, you're welcome. That night, Marty saw many beautiful stars and even the planet Mars. Marty loved his new telescope and he was really very, very happy on his birthday. I hope you like the story, children. Now we are moving on to retelling a story. Yeah, and you have heard this story, right? A new telescope. And from this, you have to draw a picture about important parts in the story, right? You can draw the pictures of the important incidents that happened in the story. Yes? And also, you have to write what happened the beginning of the story, what happened at the middle of the story, and what happened at the end. Yes? You have to write the beginning, middle, and end. The incidents that happened at the beginning, middle, and end in this section. Right, children? Are you clear? You have to draw the most important parts of the story, and also you have to write the beginning, middle, and end of the story. Okay, children, I hope you enjoy reading these two stories with me, and now let me give you a chance to create your own story and ending, right? You are having a homework for this session. And here I have given you the introduction of the story, and you have to complete the story using your imagination and predictions, right? Patty starts receiving gifts while she is at work. She doesn't know who they are from. As the weeks go by, the gifts start getting really strange. Patty starts receiving many gifts while she is at work, but she doesn't know who they are from. Okay, from whom that gifts are from. As the weeks go by, the gifts, they started getting really strange. Okay, she was getting really very strange gifts, right? And after this, what would have happened in the story? You have to complete the story using your imaginations and predictions. Yes, and you can also draw pictures illustrating the story, right? Clear, children? And post it on grade 5 English Google Classroom. After finishing all your class activities and homework. Always stay home and stay safe, children. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this session with me. Always be safe. Thank you.